Hi, Dr. Mason class. I'm excited to be here, a little bit bittersweet. It's our last video for the class. I really enjoyed learning from everyone, and the content of the class I thought was amazing. So I just feel really lucky to have been here. So thank you for that. So this last question is about Shagan's unintended reformation, and he stated that his largest argument then is that Western modernity, I have a hard time saying that word, is characterized not by a decline of belief, but by its boundless proliferation. So we were asked to basically describe like what that really means. And while I hate reading off of a piece of paper, I don't want to ramble, and I felt like the question was pretty complex, and I wanted to make sure that I got everything in. So bear with me, I guess. So I said that, as mentioned previously, the author's attention to the history and evolution of belief, isolated from all other sociological and political factors surrounding the Reformation, provided unparalleled clarity to previous studies from this course. His emphasis on the structure of belief as it transformed over time filled many gaps and complemented the works of scholars such as Gregory and Marshall, even if the author failed to notice this himself. And that was one of the things that I thought was really interesting, is that, to me, a lot of the things that he was saying, and this was the other question that we had, the previous one, I think it was like question 4, but he talked about, like, you know, how he just, like, how all these other scholars' work was incomplete or incorrect or not fully there. But to me, he really kind of pulled together and in some ways supported their claims through his sole focus on the history of belief in itself and how it was defined and how it evolved over time. So I just thought that was interesting. So from the standpoint of his work exclusively, the author made a strong argument for the expansion of belief over time, even compared to Gregory's seemingly divergent analysis. Both authors agreed that belief moved throughout the secular realms and heavily influenced Western society. Gregory argued that atheists and believers in science still held moral values. Thus, Christianity made its way into homes of otherwise non-believing people. From this standpoint, Shagan's claim perfectly aligns with Gregory's own central points. Terpstra demonstrated in Religious Refugees in the Early Modern World how belief shaped cultural and physiological identities, and Benedict exposed the significant influence and effects that belief had on political battles and state territories and boundaries. If one focused solely on Shagan's analysis of the definition of belief, his statement seems to prove accurate. Most importantly, the definition of the term and how authors use it in their scholarship ultimately determines if Shagan's idea of a boundless proliferation of belief really holds true. Like many other theories, it remains relative to one's own interpretation and usage of the term. Ultimately, Shagan's research provided a great jumping point for other reformist ideas to be reconsidered as new revelations emerge. I found this book to be very insightful. Like I said, I really feel like, as with a lot of other historical interpretations of text, I think that people, like scholars, often are meeting more in the middle and agreeing more than they're disagreeing, more than they realize. So I just found it really interesting, and I felt like it was a great way to end the class. It just kind of wrapped everything up, and thanks for assigning it, and I look forward to seeing maybe some of you in the summer or fall classes. Have a great summer. Bye.